Technical writing, correspondence. The basics of correspondence. Communication is a necessity in the workplace. Workers can expect to engage in routine correspondence frequently. Knowing which communication channel to utilize is important for keeping up with office or customer demands. Additionally, different types of correspondence have different advantages. Reasons for writing memos, letters, or emails. First, for documentation of expenses or incidents. Confirmation of meeting agenda, date, or time. Procedures or recommendations such as employee promotion. Feasibility of projects or changes. Status of projects or departments. Directives, designation of tasks. Inquiry, cover, preface, proposals, or other attachments. Memos, used for internal correspondence, include identification, date, to, from, and subject, usually limited to a page, informal. Letters, used for external correspondence, include letterhead, address, date, reader's address, salutation, complimentary close, and signature, usually limited to a page, more formal per the audience. Email, used for internal and external correspondence, usually limited to one viewable screen. Tone is dependent on audience. Text or instant message, used for internal and external correspondence, limited by character constraints per device. Tone can be very informal. Rules for use. The essential components of a memo. Memos require identification lines which include the date, the name of the recipient, the name of the writer, and a subject line, all followed by colons. The subject line should summarize the memo's content. Example, date, March 15, 2014. To John Staples. From Marilyn Andrews. Subject, sales projections for fiscal year 2015. Essential components of a letter. Properly formatted document, 8.5 by 11 inch paper, 1 to 1.5 inch margins, and professional font. Letters should include the writer's address, the date, the reader's address, followed by salutation, letter text, and closing. Complimentary close, signed and typed name. Each component should be on a new line. Essential components of an email. Emails require an effective subject line. Avoid uninformative subjects. Email communication should be concise and organized for quick analysis, avoiding highlighting techniques like italics or color. When sending attachments, be sure to specify file name and relevant software application in the body of the message. Practice netiquette. Be courteous and professional, never abusive. Avoid slang, shorthand, and emoticons. Text or instant messages in the workplace may increase communication speed and efficiency, especially in geographically dispersed groups, but may account for a decrease in productivity because of employee abuse. Lengthy or more detailed messages should be sent using a different medium. At work, the use of IMTM for personal messages should be limited, and confidential information should not be sent. Criteria for correspondence. An inquiry, a request for information, typically uses a letter, memo, or email. Write an introduction which clarifies the intent of the communication. In a brief discussion, specify needs. The conclusion lets the reader know when their response is specifically requested and explains why. response or answer to an inquiry. Similar to an inquiry, specificity is key. Use bulleted or numbered lists to organize information. Cover or transmittal precedes documents or attachments with an overview of the contents. In an introduction, provide an explanation for the package contents, why it's being sent, and what it is. A discussion paragraph may further describe contents or their value. Page numbers can be helpful. Conclude with specific instructions about further action. A complaint, state a problem. Politely introduce the problem in the opening paragraph, followed by supporting details. Discussion should narrow the focus. End positively and courteously, achieving continued rapport with the reader. Include contact information. Adjustment or response to a complaint. 3 forms: 100% yes if you agree, 100% no if you disagree, or a partial adjustment. A buffer statement may delay bad news and give the writer an opportunity to explain their position. Discussion should clarify what happened and give good or bad news and/or possible alternatives. Conclude by attempting to maintain goodwill or to resell. Confirmation, to verify details of an agreement. An introduction reminds the reader about what is being discussed. The body clarifies specific details of the agreement. Conclude with a request for reader action. Now, if you will click on the link at the bottom of the page, you may download a worksheet that will help you understand and remember what you have read.